Hey, what's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy KJ Kitty here, and it's been a while since I actually got to sit down and, talk to you guys. Just do this. But it's not gonna be like the Cut-Com Talks, because those were shit, and I hate those for the content. They were easy to make, but they were shit content. Anything easy, it's gonna just have an outcome of being shit. You're just gonna have to do it the hard way. But anyways, without further ado, this video is gonna be the start of a new type of series I'm doing of videos, and it's like the type of tryhards and type of like players. And I'm gonna start off with the so there's four different types of tryhards, and I'm gonna list one in today's video, and then whenever I post the other video is when I'm gonna list the other tryhards. But there's four main tryhards. Alright, there's base, RNG, beach, and city. So those are the four. If you say you're anything different, anything special, you're pretty much branched off the four. You are one of those four, because we could be a mix of all, for instance, but your main playing style is either gonna fall in one of these four categories. These are the four like definitive playing styles that are really noticed. Sorry if I sounded dumb there for a second. I have problems pronouncing things. But other than that, let's go on to the tryhard of today's video, which is gonna be the city tryhard. Everybody knows this guy. Everybody's encountered this guy. Everybody's left the game because of this guy at least once, because this guy is in the city, and everybody's in the city in free mode just chilling most of the time. You could be out in the desert doing whatever the fuck, but most of the time you're in the city hanging out with your friends. Then this guy comes along, because city tryhards, they want a challenge, and they are a challenge themselves. They're actually more of a pain in the ass than a challenge, and there's a difference between a pain in the ass and a challenge. A challenge is something that could be fun, but a pain in the ass is not even fun at all. Like these guys, right off the bat, these guys play city. These guys adapt to city, and city's linear. City has a lot of buildings and obstacles in the way. So you need to. What they do is use grenade launchers and homing missiles. All the 9 yards. They use all the guns that typical players hate. Oh, you're cheap, you're using an RPG. They do not care. It's not really cheap, it's the way they play, but they're a pain in the ass. And city tryhards also tend to have explosive rounds on the sniper, or sometimes incendiary, which is really bad. I hate that a lot, because they're incendiary is one hit kill, and explosive knocks you down, and you need to be fast enough to easy way out before they can hit you another time, because it's kind of like a cheap kill. It's knocking you over so they can just blast you once because you stop moving. So it's kind of a cheap round. But yeah, so these guys, they're pretty much, I had my fair share of city tryhards. These guys would pretty much go in jets. These guys would, abuse the shit out of CEO and BST, even body armor. It's fucking like, I had so many L's by city tryhards. But because they would abuse this, and I was in a biker club, most of the time when I'm in the city, I'm in a biker club helping out my friends. Like, I do not usually do PvP in the city at all. You'll find me at the beach or in open areas doing PvP, because that's my type of playing style. I fall in the beach player category, which that'll be in a future video, but I'm strictly talking about city players in today's video. And yeah, I'll show you a couple of examples of how a city tryhard looks like. They're the most basic bitch looking tryhard. Rebreather, helmets, joggers. Boom, set. Or skinny jeans sometimes. Or skinny joggers. The fake joggers that are purchasable in the stores, the sweat ones. but nah, like that's, yeah, they are the most typical, like they are the most common, I'd say, and but they are the biggest pain in the ass. And that if we got rid, I'm telling you, if we got rid of the city tryhards in GTA Online, then it would be a way cleaner place. The city tryhards are the most common and the most hated out of all the tryhards. There's no such thing as one tryhard. And you know, I was watching a couple of like those geographic videos, you know, of that one guy doing like the tryhard, you know, and I was just like, that's not every tryhard. There's so many different types of tryhards, you know, and like he's saying a tryhard isn't skilled at the game, but he's referring to a wannabe tryhard. A wannabe tryhard. He wants to be one. He wants to be good at the game. A tryhard is good at the game, extremely good at the game, to where he's OP and nobody really likes his presence because of how good he is. Like, okay, they're like, we get it, you're really good, like yeah. You know, it's not an insult to call someone a tryhard. It's pretty much telling them you're really good at the game. You whoop my ass. Like, that's what a tryhard is. A wannabe tryhard is what he was referring to in his video, which I was like, wow. I just laughed the whole time. He was like, I was trying my best to, like, you know, because the way he put a tryhard, I was just like, come on, he has to at least have one good point. And yes, they do easy way out all the time. And yes, I mean, if you easy way out, you kind of lack skill, because you're not. But sometimes we do this when we feel like the game is, like what the other player done to us in the PvP is cheap. So, you know, and I'm sorry about this small little rant, but you know, the city tryhards are the most common tryhards. These are real tryhards. These guys are good at the game to a certain extent. You know, they're a pain in the ass. This is the tryhard nobody likes. And you know, this is the actual skilled tryhard nobody likes. But the tryhard that everybody refers to is the wannabe tryhard who does kill themselves if threatened or if injured. And you know, that could be a city tryhard or a wannabe tryhard. City tryhards easy way out almost as much as wannabes do. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I've seen it all. I've been through that all. I've been through so much PvP battles. I just know exactly who's a wannabe, who's this, that, and the other. There's even a difference between of how, like, you know, a tryhard plays and how a hero plays, in quotation marks. If we're talking about who's the least skilled out of all these tryhards, it has to go to city. They abuse the hell out of how the game works in free mode. They are pretty much what you call dirty players for the most part. You know, dirty players, I would give them a mini branch underneath the city tryhards. But for the most part, city tryhards are dirty players. And yeah, dirty players, I would say, lack a lot of skill. But they know how the system works, and they're really good at getting around it, and they're really good at not dying from you. So I'll give them a point there. You know, I'm nice enough to give them a point. But they definitely deserve a branch, because there's people who say they play city, and that's all they play. They're like, I stay away from beach, I stay away from RNG, I stay away from base. I'm a city player only. There's people that stick to city and city only. And, you know, it's just their playing style. City is more for the cowards, I would say, the coward play style. They hide behind buildings and wait for you with a homing launcher most of the time. And you ever see them, they ever get injured by you, they're gonna commit suicide. And, you know, the only time you'll ever see a city tryhard go up against you, for the most part, is CEO. He will be in a CEO. He will be either ghost with his friend. City tryhards have a lot of friends. Sorry about that. City tryhards actually have a lot of friends that they hang around, and they go into BST, they use vehicles, they use jets. They abuse a lot of the game systems. But, you know, you gotta give them credit for that. At least they know how to do it right. But they suck overall. They suck in terms of gunplay, I guess. I actually kind of have mixed feelings on Tryhard, so I'm sorry. If you just hear me being petty as I mention like what they do, it's like, yeah, it gets annoying because these guys are common and I deal with a lot of them. And, you know, all of them are different, but I'm just saying the common symptoms really, like, pretty much. And, you know, like, you could be a city tryhard and really good at RNG, so, you know, close range, like, you know, and that's actually kind of the city tryhard I like, is the one that's good at RNG or has experience with RNG. Because other than that, if you have experience anywhere else, you are a huge pain in the ass. If you do not have experience in RNG, but you have experience in beach or base, you know how to snipe and you know how to just commit suicide very, very quick. And you play base, so your calculations on shooting explosives are like, that's pretty much what you depend on most of the time in base. Sometimes it does get close and personal with the MG, but it's most of the time grenade launchers, RPGs, and homing missiles, even miniguns. And I hate miniguns; those are so cheap. If someone pulls that out on me, I'm easy way outing. That's something I don't tolerate. Is miniguns? They're just spray and pray weapons. So I'm just like, oh, you're spraying and praying. Well, I'm gonna spray, you know, myself and respawn. Yeah, so they're a big pain in the ass. But RNG players, they do not easy way out. These guys power through. Like, they easy way out once they have low health, but they easy way out afterwards, after their battle. You know, they go in, you know, with their movement, but they easy way out after their battle. Like, they battle it out with their ARs. So these guys are the type of guys I like, since they don't easy way out as much as other regions of tryhards. Even beach tryhards easy way out. Well, they easy way out after their battle for the most part. I see a lot of beach players that don't too, so. And quite a bit of city tryhards will not talk shit to you. They're more just focused on bodying you and pretty much giving you an L and giving themselves a W. So they're gonna try their hardest to commit suicide and do all this. They're not gonna be texting you. You could spot a wannabe tryhard from miles away if he just starts texting you trash, because that's not a city tryhard. Some city tryhards do, but it's like rare. I don't see city tryhards doing it. I see wannabe tryhards doing this. You know, they're like, yeah, I'm so much better than you. It's just you're using this, blah blah blah. There's no excuse. You know, you could spot them out, but it's way more pleasant when they don't talk shit. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna end it here, but before I do, I hope you guys know how to spot a city tryhard, because, you know, these guys are actually pretty easy to spot. You know, their character looks all decked out in the shittiest looking makeup and the joggers, you know, of course, you know, just helmets and all that stuff, rebreathers most of the time. It's like a style, it's like a trend for tryhards to do the rebreathers, and I don't understand. I don't wear rebreathers. I don't know. They're cool looking, but, you know, I don't follow the trends, man. Like, you know, you'll start to look like everybody else, and it's just like, nah, I want to look unique. So yeah, I got my own shit going on. But, you know, like, just city for me, like, this is like city for me. City tryhards, their playing style is just waiting around the corner, waiting for you to pop out so they can hit you with the homing, hit you with the grenade, hit you with the RPG. They go into CEO, ghost organization, when they feel like extremely threatened. If you're just bringing a friend along, if you have a friend, they'll go into ghost and fuck with you. They'll go in jets sometimes. You know, these guys, these guys are pretty generic, in my opinion. These guys are the most common too. These guys are the most common of the 4 tryhards that I've listed, that I will make other videos on each separate type of tryhard. But I had to get the shittiest out of the way first and make my way up to the best. You already know, it's Beach. But yeah, so I don't know, maybe you guys are a city player. I'm not throwing shade at you, it's just like, you know, I'm just giving my take on it, how, like, this is just my opinion on how city players play the game. It's not like a fact. It's pretty much an opinion. This is my take, but I do see a lot of city players doing this, and I'm just reporting on what I've seen. I've seen so many city players do this. So yeah, I had to tell you guys what that was, because, you know, it's just like people get tryhards mixed up sometimes. Like that one National Geographic guy that does the parodies saying the types of players in GTA, which he does a really good job at that. Hands down, he does a great job. But when he mentions the tryhard, he doesn't go in depth with it. He kind of just says everything, like everything, just everything that typical noobs think. It's like he's a noob and he's just doing that because he's seen a couple tryhards in the past commit suicide, so he's like, oh, this is what they all do. You know, like, he doesn't know. He's not a tryhard himself, and he's not good at the game, I bet. So he doesn't know. He doesn't understand the game. But yeah, I sound like a nerd, but well. Yeah, I'm just going on now, but there's way more to it, and I hope you guys like this video. You know, just give it a couple likes. I don't really mind. I'm just trying to grow, and you know, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. KJ Kitty, peace out, guys. Stay tuned for my next video. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking. Bye.